Here we go. Picking up right where we left off. Baby, let's go.
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation? Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier. And?
It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down a man, Sergeant.
Yeah, so we're hunting down Shiva
If we
right
return
now.
without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's.
I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting. After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
Fuck yeah, let's get right into it. Awoken.
How do they expect us to kill something that can do this?
They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
That's true. If you can kill it before it ever happens, then you're pretty much set. Not that's gonna matter for me. Right? I can kick off an enemy. Could be useful. We'll see. I doubt it. I probably won't use it all that much. Oh, I need to hold 180 to master it. I need like 20 more points. I thought I had 180. I have 153, I think. I thought it was 183. My bad. Gotta say, it's a lot easier to record when I have my mic turned up to like the full fucking volume. Turns out I had like the output dial on my thing turned to 50%. So it was halfway through, which meant that I was significantly reducing the audio, which wasn't really necessary, to be honest. But this mic picks up pretty nicely, so. Yeah, you guys can hear that, so that's fine by me. Obviously, when I do like multiple person, I can very easily turn it down like to 75%. Tell everyone to pull the mics a little bit closer, and then we can get a little bit more tighter on the audio, but even that's not necessary. Yeah, so I played through Final Fantasy VII. Funnily enough, motherfucker, I screwed up. I thought from my previous playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, I was like, I'm pretty sure like we made it to chapter 14, and then after that I recorded like 6-8 hours of footage in one go, and I just never edited it. Motherfucker, I never even got past chapter, I think it was 6 on the videos. I recorded up to chapter 14, but I recorded all of like up to chapter 14 based at the start of 15. But I never fucking did any. But I never edited anything after chapter 6. Because I recorded it like just one day after another, I think. I really burned through the game. Motherfucker. I finished the game, right? So I'm playing through chapter 15 all the way to the end, and I end up doing it. And then I look at what I have, and I even record Yuffie, the intermission. And then I check, and the motherfucking... what is it? I look at my YouTube channel and I see exactly how much I've done. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. Oh my God. Am I going to have to play through the whole game? Thankfully, I installed the PS4 version again, and turns out I was very smart, and I made saves after every part for Final Fantasy VII, every recording session, and I also saved just every time. I was able to find the exact save where I left off. So I just uploaded that, downloaded it, and now I'm going to have to play through chapters 6 to 14 all over again. So, yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, no, I'll have to play through those chapters over again. Then I'll be able to edit that down, throw it up, and hopefully it'll be ready for Rebirth. I hope also I can maybe do the original Final Fantasy VII. I bought I bought Final Fantasy 1 to 6, and then 7 all the way up to 12 is actually on PS Plus. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so made a little mistake there. But yeah, so Final Fantasy VII, I'm going to have to start replaying. I've also did like the first 2 chapters in hardcore. Not too bad so far. Level up really fast. A slave soldier for the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, now in his 13th year of servitude, though drafted as a frontline infantryman, the magical might granted him by the blessing of the Phoenix quickly saw him promoted to an elite squadron of assassins, where he was assigned the moniker by which he is now known. Their latest mission to descend into the Nysa Defile, where bloody battle rages between the Iron Kingdom and the Republic of Dalmekia, and take the head of Shiva's dominant. The Warden of Ice, whose appearance on the battlefield made her enemies' blood run cold. The Iron Blood sent Shiva against the Republican forces in the Nysa Defile, where she dueled against Titan, the icon of Earth. Titan, the Warden of Earth, of whom Hugo Kupka is the current dominant. He takes the form of a stone-skinned giant, whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Titan's dominant awakens among the people of the Dalmekian deserts, and the recipient of his strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in return for a commitment to protect the nation in times of war. The Bastards, unit of Imperial Army assassins, tasked with taking the head of the Iron Kingdom's dominant Warden of Ice, the vessel for the icon Shiva. All of its members, including its leader, Tiamat, are bearers, branded men, pressed into servitude for their ability to wield magic. Tiamat is a dragon. Bearers forced to fight for the nation that enslaved them, able to cast powerful magics to entirely disposable. They're often placed in the front lines of battle. Yep, in the Nysa Defile, a deep valley located in the eastern part of the Melchian Republic. During the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, it was a site repeated skirmishes of the Iron Kingdom attempted to make incursions into the Dalmekian territory. Cool.
So, Titan has knocked the fight out of our Ironblood friends. Where are the rest of them? That can't be the main host.
Wait. Our fortunes have turned, Sergeant. It's her.
The dominant? Are you certain?
The Crystalline Orthodox is a backwards faith for a backwards people. In the Iron Kingdom, they teach that dominants are unclean aberrations, born of blackest sin. Only their priests are allowed to perform the rites of priming. And I see many.
We end this quickly.
Scott! Adion in here, Sagarid!
Please.
Data! Must be idle! What Alvation Naukin, Alad Scully asked.
Let this be the end.
Avis, care to kill some Iron Blood?
Gladly.
Wyvern, you focus on the target.
Understood.
I want to collab what else does. There's no block in this game. I keep forgetting that. I played too much, was it Final Fantasy 7? That's the issue. I'm so used to circle to dodge.
Orders, Sergeant! Stop gawping and move!
Fucking icons.
Icon? She's not even...
I will not have their blood on my hands.
Well, that's nothing! Just what I needed.
Okay, come on.
Lost.
Ability defeated. Or ability defeat. That's what it was. Those within whom sleeps the power of an icon, though they look and think no differently to any other man or woman, they can not only cast elemental magic without a crystal, but also transform themselves into beasts of world-shattering strength at any moment, a quality for which they are honored, worshipped, and feared the realm over.
Is she dead?
I don't think so.
Well? What are you waiting for?
No, that's not you. Not here.
I'll bloody do it then.
Fuck. We've got company, Wyvern. What the hell are you doing?
Lord Ohilda Vendra!
Get your ass over here and help me with these bastards!
I'm sorry, Jill.
What is wrong with you, Wyvern?
Dominant. I know her.
Know her? Look around you! Do you think any of these animals care? I need you here!
And I am, buddy. Don't you worry. I'm fully here and ready. Dude, you needn't worry about me.
Now that that's done, I won't ask you again, Wyvern. Take her head so we can be done with this.
I can't. I won't.
You would betray the Holy Empire?
Betray? I don't recall ever pledging allegiance to your Emperor. My service may have been bought with this brand, but not my loyalty. I just fight to survive.
And you think I don't? The Empire will have our heads if we return empty-handed. So if you won't take hers, I'll have to take yours.
I told you, Sergeant. I'm not dying here today. And neither is she.
Let's find out.
Nice, I got the parry off.
Too slow. Not this time.
Okay, let's go again. Come on. I gotta fix something. I gotta fix something right now. I am so fucking screwed up. Okay, let's do this.
Wyvern! Have you forgotten who plucked you from the front lines? Who trained you? Who gave you a name when you had none?
You speak as if we don't bear the same brand, Sergeant. I've always had a name, and I've
Oh,
not
that's
forgotten
one.
it.
Still clinging to the past like a torn blanket. Then you will die, as you should have 13 years ago.
Fuck. Okay, I gotta get used to the new controls here. That's what it is. Okay. Oh fuck, man! I keep forgetting. I gotta remember what my moves are.
For nothing. No one. And I will not fall by your hand.
I hit the wrong button. I hit dodge that time.
Take your head.
Too slow.
By a traitor's blade.
God, is it worth switching my mindset now? No, it's not. I just gotta bear down and fucking live with it. The Iron Crusade. The fighting force of the Iron Kingdom. Ultimate command rests with the king, who issues orders directly to the commanders of each of his battalions. Ironblood soldiers generally prefer heavy clubs and great axes over other fighting weapons. This rather brutal approach is indicative of their overall attitude, which has earned them a reputation on the continent as savage and somewhat primitive warriors. Baron Service of the Holy Empire of Sambrique. Tiamat is the leader of the elite assassin squadron to which Wyvern assigned the bastards. The latest mission to take the head of the dominant Shiva. To this end, they infiltrate the Nysa Defile with the force of the Republic of Dalmekia, and the Iron Kingdom are aligned against each other. Though none know his true name, rumor has it that the man now known as Tiamat was born a scion of the noble Sambriquois family and abandoned to his fate after his power was awakened. Dominant of the Shiva and Clive's childhood friend in the depths of the Nysa Defile, the two come to blows as the orders of armies that enslaved them. Jill fighting to defend the priests of the Iron Kingdom. Clive obeying the Empire's orders to take the lead of Shiva's dominant, exactly from her tilt with Titan, her tiff. I don't know what that is with Titan. Jill came close to falling to her assassin's blade, but was spared at the last moment when Clive's memories of their time together came flooding back.
This way. Bloody winged. Well, come on then.
Fuck.
Adult games use adult words. That's what I was trying to say.
Hugo, dear, my proud desert lion. Would that you had taken care when chasing the hare? I expected more from the mighty Titan.
She's Garuda, right?
You put the Ice Queen on her back. No doubt. But you'll have to work harder if you're to claim this prize.
She's talking about her, I'm assuming. Which was kind of funny. Talking about like she's just an object.
To thunder.
We'll be hearing more soon enough. You always were a fucking snake, Sid. Gather the men. We have work to do.
Okay, here we go. The Kingdom of Wallod. The sole surviving nation in Ash, Wallod has its capital at Stormhere, home to the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine. A warlike land, its considerable military might serves to keep neighboring countries at bay. While Wallod does maintain a notional alliance with the Dalmekian Republic and Southern Storm, it is very much a marriage of convenience. The nation, formed from the federation of 5 smaller states, is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm and has its capital at Randalela, or something. It's also home to the Mother Crystal known as Drake's Fang. There's no official state religion. Citizens are free to worship as they please. Dalmekia's key political entity is the parliament, which is formed of ministers representing each of the states, with the prime minister as head. Commander of the Kingdom of Wallod's elite intelligence, who sits by her liege's side at the highest state tables of the state, most recently in their negotiations with the Dalmex. But Barnabas is not the only one with whom she shares a special bond. Benedicta also has eyes and ambitions for Hugo Kupka.
Jill. Is it really you? And who's this fine hound I see before me?
A fine hound who saved your life. That's who.
Torgal.
Hey?
His name is Torgal.
You two acquainted? Well then.
Damn! Clyde's faithful friend now fully grown. After the tragedy of Phoenix Gate, Clyde believed that Torgal was lost to him forever. The rest were to cross again, some 13 years later, when Torgal's new master Sid came to Clyde's rescue in the depths of the Nysa defile. Oh, that's adorable. Cornered by the battalion of Iron Kingdom Crusaders in the depths of the Nysa defile, Clive thought his end was nigh until Sid appeared and saved him. Nice.
You won't mind taking him off my hands. Funny. I'd always pictured you as more the chocobo type. Clive Rosfield. Come now. Fleet as flame. This is a wildfire. That there was the blessing of the Phoenix. I'd heard rumors that you'd survived, but I never paid them much heed. Calm down. I didn't come all this way for your handsome mug. Now her, on the other hand, she seemed worth muddying my boots for. None the worse for wear. Still, might be best to get a second opinion. Back her up.
Not another step. I mean it.
Well, I'm not about to leave her here. Not one with a warm bed waiting. It's all right.
When it says trusted ally is a gentle giant who has a warm word for everyone. What? Yeah, warm word.
You're welcome to join us. You do want to help her, don't you?
Wait, do we have a name now? Okay, not important to the situation.
Sid, if we aren't back soon, Nan'll have our heads.
I'll explain everything once we're back at the hideaway. Come on.
Is that a crystal? That's a mother crystal. That's a mother crystal. That's a mother crystal. Okay, okay. So the game's not super huge then, is it? Okay, interesting. By that, I mean the overall size of the world. It's also mostly sand and desert, which would be concerning if it wasn't for the fact that we've already seen other locales. So I'm not that worried about it.
Not much further now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
Keen eye, you. The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic. But it also means no neighbors.
The last place anyone would think to look.
Home sweet home.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nerve. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
You're back.
Ah, Talia.
And this is the Dominant.
How cold since we found her. I was hoping you might give her a look over.
All right. Goots, get her upstairs.
But Nan will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt. You've nothing to worry about. Go on, have a look around. I'll be in my solar.
Now the question is it worth it to switch it from frame rate to graphics for the sake of it looking good?
Still hungry, are you?
No, not at all. Not worth it in the slightest. Fix this, and we'll swap this back. We'll get used to it. Just say fuck it. That looks pretty cool. You know what I'll do? I'll hold on to it until I get weapons that are just as good as it. But until I get weapons that are just as good as that, I won't use it because it's a DLC bonus, which I don't want to, rely on. Okay, so basically, no one fucking likes this in the first place.
I suppose I'll be needing a new suit.
Looks like he actually steps up each individual step. Also doesn't look like it's a full 60 all the time. Looks like it kind of dips a little bit below that perfectly smooth butter. But only to like 55 or something, I feel. I feel like it's dipping to like 55 or 50 maybe at most. Makes me think that this might be 1440p.
Though she's not above biting the hand that
But it could be
feeds her.
wrong. Could be like 1920 or 1080 upscale to
All right.
1440.
I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield, a bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines, with orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills, conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield. I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
Interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Best mate ready then. You'll find everything you need down in the main hall, as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
He's in... Oh no.
Goots, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
What was it, money?
Fancy a mug of Kenneth Coldest when we're done?
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so? Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you.
Alcohol, huh? That's all he needs.
I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kid it out properly.
Of course
Do
they
what I
would.
can, as a favor to Goots' mind. And the belt, you want anything else?
I'll bear that in mind.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Wasn't planning on it, but okay. Okay, when something is changed in the... I should read this out. How do I notice will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen? In addition to stock updates for Charon's Toll, and new forging recipes for the Black Hammer, there are also notices for new quests, new missives, and many other things. A circular icon will also appear in-game, as well as on the local map to indicate recent updates. I'm assuming there's nothing I can do.
Quick. What do you want? And how am I meant to do that then?
So this is a broadsword +1. But you can also, if you have a regular broadsword, upgrade it to +1 for less. Okay. But once I get a broadsword, ooh, cool.
Fine.
Most of the world would leave hard work like this. We take it back and tell that clock.
Now it's like one of those issues where if I don't wear this, then I just don't get the cool stuff. I just don't get to ever see the weapon, because it'll probably be like useless by the time I finish it. Maybe we can swap it out before bosses and stuff.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there.
You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make it.
Oh, a refuge in the blighted lands of Central Storm, from which it operates a secretive community of freed bearers. While survival in the Deadlands is widely considered impossible, a combination of near indestructible fallen ruins and considerable ingenuity have led to the establishment of a safe haven where those who rally to their leader's cause are only just about able to eke out an albeit meager existence.
Comfortable while a bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Taya. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
It actually steps on each of the steps, I think, which is pretty good.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
I literally just went and grabbed a lady for you. You could have yelled, Daria, get down here, we need you. And she would have heard you. Almost definitely.
Who are these people?
Do you think we should go and help?
Don't think I...
Sounds...
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
Is there anything worth it in there?
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Wyvern.
Clive.
Ridiculous.
Delighted to make your acquaintance.
The other name's
Clive.
cooler.
I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Oh, meal. How long has it been? Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
That's good.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
Like I've never known a hard day's work in my life, buddy.
Think he'd have time
Trust
for a nip
me.
with old August before scampering back to his soul.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
This is basically just like a, hey, look how good this place is quest. I guess, right? Like, that's what this is. We only serve to help people.
Well, well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
All right then. Sorry, I just had to plug in my battery bank
I presume. Splendid.
They were bearers.
that I use.
All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves, speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free, truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Cid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
I think we can make that thing.
Fancy a mug of Kenneth Coldest when we're done? Well? What do you want? No scratches, all right? You can thank me later.
Oh, damn, bracers. I did not realize that was a thing.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital.
This whole... Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, Master Carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Here we are. I better get this to... Geoffrey, was it?
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Not at all.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
I mean, I was never planning on that anyways. Oh, there's a broadsword.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a guilty a name. You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
All right then, free items. What do we got? But not wasted any money. Fuck off, game. Thank you. I didn't need to do that, so.
You all done?
Leaving already, are you?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
This should be fun.
Right.
All right, time to make for Great Wood.
There's a good girl. Hungry, are you?
Blood flies everywhere.
I told you we should have taken the Crystal Road.
And I told you that we're outlaws. You want every bounty hunter in Storm harrying us from here to the Holy Capital? Besides, what's wrong with a shortcut through nature's splendor? You know.
The Deadlands claim more of the realm each day. But a place like this still exists is a miracle in itself. Bloodflies and all.
We'll be back in Imperial land soon. You all right?
Never better.
Sounds like it. That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Okay, fanning embers. Cool.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts? There'll be deadly beasts. Nothing a trained assassin can't handle, though.
How reassuring.
You're welcome. For that and the shortcut.
I wonder what this game will look like on PC. I'll have to buy it then as well.
Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they're not.
One.
Get him, boy! Lose. Keep your distance, boy. Get him!
We still have a way to go.
Cool, that was fun. We got to use the weapon for a bit. Let's put it away now. Back to what we have. This one is the only one where I might consider, but I probably won't because I realized that the healing one is a little bit weird. That he can cure. I'm assuming it's like long cooldown compared to everything else.
What in good Grieger's name is he doing this far south?
Looking for food. No more wolves where he's from. The north was one of the first parts of Storm to fall to the Blight.
Poor sod. I'd invite him over for a cup of tea if I didn't think he'd eat the dog.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
Remember when I said there were deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts aren't much better.
Plenty won't be think to mention this now.
It's over. Sick of Torgal.
Well, that's
Cool.
the undergrowth sorted.
I'm getting used to it.
From here.
Yeah, it's like a Devil May Cry style of combat.
After you.
Thank you kindly.
The ruins. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Future Clive is going to be open world.
Time they blocked out the stars.
And all the past Clives are going to be more linear story stuff.
There's probably a lesson to be
That's
learned
what
from
I
that.
think is going to be the case here.
But it can wait. Come on. Find your head.
Question is this going to be an FF13 situation where we have, like, 15 hours of nothing but hallway content? With, like, fucking, 18 hours in, the game finally opens up? Or fucking 20 hours? I don't know how long it takes. Can't remember. I remember it takes a while before it starts to open up. Whose relics can be found across the length and breadth of Velistia. The material from which these relics are constructed is far sturdier than steel and cannot be worked by modern methods. The Great Wood. A vast forest in the southwestern part of Sambrique. Wildlife thrives here, but the delicately balanced ecosystem has been thrown to disarray in recent years. Okay. Whoa, what's this Torgal? Went with Sid, who trained him to work as a hunting dog. If meeting Clive again, Torgal gladly returns to the service of his former master. Cool.
A wyvern. I can see that. Doesn't have to be a friend of yours, does it?
Get it? Because your name was Wyvern and I parry him again? Oh, that should have been a parry. Dude, I'm a fucking god at this game, man. Just give me hard mode right away, dude. Come on. Just give me hard mode right away. I don't even, like... It's not even a fucking worry for me.
Must be a nest nearby. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while, huh, before they get, before they can get, motion blur turned off, I'm assuming.
Well, it appears we won't be going this way. I'll admit I hadn't counted on that.
What is it, boy? At least one of us knows these woods. Thank you, Torgal.
I wanted to pet him. Okay, so you can only do it when he points stuff out, I guess, which is unfortunate. But that's all right.
Well, they look none too happy. And for once, it's not my fault.
Stay down. Over here.
This is stupid. I like wolves.
I don't think they care, Sid.
Over here.
We did what had to be done.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. No, it doesn't.
So you can't pet the dog. I feel like that was like a last minute ad that they did, right? Where like none of the demos showed that you could pet the dog, and they added it at the very end because people were like, you better be able to pet the dog or this is the worst game of the year. Like, yeah, you know what? Why didn't we add the feature? Let's do it. So a designer basically just went in, made a nice little animation for it, and boom, called it a day. Now, if I wasn't recording this, I'd probably do 30 FPS. Probably wouldn't have too much of an issue with it, but I don't know, I'd have to see.
That sword sharp.
You'd better hope so.
This shouldn't take too long.
So much for your shortcut.
It's still short, just not quite as quick. But it'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
My thoughts exactly.
I didn't even set my wolf on him.
Don't let them get away.
Aye, someone's got the up. Where he stops, no one knows.
Well done, Torben.
I doubt he'll do that again.
Not if we kill him first.
Did I parry him or something perfectly?
My wounds, boy.
Fafnir of the North. Cool. Killed Fafnir, the dragon. Awesome. That was a pretty easy fight, I'd gotta say. Nothing too worrisome there.
Come on. Stand back. You're a dominant. I am. Aye. But not by choice, mind. Old bloody Rome of strapping young lads. And it was this sorry sack of bones Ramu saw fit to home.
Sid.
He bears the burden of being a dominant of Ramu, Warden of Thunder. No longer does he fight for any one nation, but for all people of Valisthea.
You say you want to help dominants and bearers. Well, what's in it for you?
A better world. A better world. Better world.
What's in it for me?
A
Same
better
as for all
world.
of
A
us.
better world. That's
we
what I
want
say.
and deserve.
That's
Save
what
for
we
our
all
knack.
deserve.
Dominants and bearers are no
Dominants and bears are no
anyone
different from anyone
The
else.
ability to use magic
The
or
ability to
summon
use magic, some great beast should command
but
respect.
instead has left us outcasts. Our kind are used and discarded like tools, yet we are men, so why must we die as less?
I see. So what you're saying is you want to start a war.
You flatter me, lad. But my days as a firebrand are long behind me. No, I only wish to offer our kind a choice. A place where we can die on our own terms. Huh?
God, I fucking hate how noisy this mic arm is. It's so fucking loud. Okay, let's go. Can I turn up the camera speed? Is that... I feel like that was an option. I keep hitting the wrong fucking buttons. That's much better.
What
That's
exactly
too much better.
you plan on doing when you find this dominant?
What do you think? I'll show him the mercy he showed my brother, and cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it is.
Sick of Torgal! Stay down! It's over. There, boy! Yeah!
Okay, so it's when you let go. Cool. And I guess it happens a lot faster now.
See that river? We follow her upstream and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time.
Right.
That launches them in the air too. That's good.
Stay down.
The game's kind of hard to look at with fucking motion blur on.
That's it.
You know what? I need to turn the camera's sensitivity down, actually. I want to play with it fast, but it does not look good when you do. The game looks best when you're really slowing down the camera. Because if you move too fast, you get like this really awful like smudge look. Now granted, I feel like also if I turn up the graphics preset, this would also look really good.
Get him, boy. Stay down. It's over. Get him.
The motion blur looks awful, man. God, I hope they fix that really soon, man. That motion blur looks really bad. I'm assuming it's to hide some of the graphical, like, awfulness, right? Obviously, 'cause that's what motion blur is typically used for, is for hiding things. Cool. That's pretty easy. Oh, we actually know this here. This is where we saw that harder enemy to kill in the hard mode. You showed, like, this enemy is a lot harder to kill than regular or whatever if you play on the hardest difficulty. And it's like, oh, cool. Which means this way. Item! That's what I was looking for. Some more items. That's the way we went. No, I'm gonna do, watch this. I wasn't close enough. I wonder what the speedruns like this game are gonna be. Probably not very fast, right? Actually, unless they play on the easiest difficulty. Which could make sense. They play on story mode.
A Royal Scout.
understand.
They're just down that way. All of them. Grieger's my witness.
Excellent. We move.
I don't understand. Have I not proven loyal?
It is true my liege values loyalty above all else. But were you not quick to betray your countrymen for the promise of coin?
Benedicta. An elite unit of the Royal Knights of the Wallode, led by Benedicta Harmon, who led clandestine incursions deep into the territory of enemy nations for myriad purposes, espionage and assassination chief among them. Ooh, similar to me.
Commander of Wallode's elite intelligences. If we can capture her...
You! Weapons on the ground, Imperials!
Let's get this over with then. At least they're not giant lizards.
What a lady on the wind!
Not this time.
Ooh. Cinematic dodge.
Behind you.
Fate is sealed. Too slow. Get him!
Not this time.
Yeah, boy!
Clive, just kill him already. Come on. Woo! Good night, Raven. Or good night, midnight. Ooh, that's a good line. Nice.
They thought we were Imperials.
Well, you do look the part. Though you fight like a true shield of Rosaria, and one blessed by the Phoenix at that. Speaking of which, I wonder, does the other icon of fire give blessings, do you think?
You don't believe me?
And lo, the Creator did make of the elements 8 icons to serve as keepers of the One Law. Not that I've ever set too much store by holy doctrine, but on that point, it's clear. Fire has always had just the one warden, as of all the rest. A new one can't be born until the previous dies, and even that can take years. The thing is, you don't strike me as a liar. Which leaves but one person who might be able to shed some light on the matter. And they're in Lost Wing. As are our Waluda friends, I would imagine. We should hurry before it gets dark.
Walud. I was right.
What if someone discovers
All right,
the
no, I was
bodies?
thinking wallowed.
Well, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
Holy shit, I'm blind. I thought it was hit the 2-hour mark already. I'm just hitting 1:37. Okay. Cool, let's keep going then. Thought it was 2 o'clock. I think it was saying like 1:20 or something, and I thought it said 1:50. It's like, oh wow, already? What? Jeez. I'm shocked. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna have to end it after this fight there.
So much for arriving before sunset.
Oh, I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The Fallen Ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though its flying days seem to be behind it. It's a shame, that.
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
Okay, louder than words.
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these.
Okay, so this seems like it's a little bit more of an open area. And in those open areas, you can sprint pretty quickly. As you can see.
Figures up ahead.
Are they friends or foes?
Where do they all come from? That's enough. Don't let them get away. It's over.
to ask the next ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
Okay, so in open fields you can sprint. Nope, never mind. In just open areas you can sprint. Got it. The Holy Empire of Sambrik.
No sign of the royalists.
Or anyone else for that matter. It's too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle round the back.
How do I let you know if I find him?
Good question. Shout?
Subtle. I don't even know what he looks like. The village can't be completely abandoned, can it?
You miss me? I'm flattered, but let's stick to the plan, eh?
That sounds like a child.
Oh, he's over there. He did not sound like that. Sounded like he was a lot closer.
It's all right. I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army, and we've come to help. Do you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here until then? To the church, then.
Damn, can't climb over that? I would have. But I guess you're no me, huh, Clive? Not on my same level, I guess we could say that I'm better than you. That's an exit. Okay. I knew that. Just want to make sure Clive knew that.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
About time.
Stand back.
Who the hell are you?
Clive!
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely. Been doing what I can for the villagers, but...
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
No, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
I'll give you one guess where he's going. Clive, after him.
Where do you think he's going? Maybe home? Realize he doesn't want to deal with this shit?
Any word from the scouts?
Not yet, my lady, but we have the Dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Norvent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the Dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word. Gentlemen, a toast! Will you join me? My thanks.
Gerwolf, here we go. The command of Werlod's royal intelligence are under Benedicta Harmon, with whom he shares a deep bond of trust. When she crushed the hopes of the Republican army while encouraging those of Hugo Kupka, she parted company with her liege lord in order to lead a secret incursion into imperial territory. Okay. A settlement located in the central Sambrique on the northeastern edge of Great Wood. Having initially found prosperity as a step-over point for traveling traders, it fell from favor when newer, better roads bypassed it and eventually fell off the map entirely. The village built both in and around fallen ruins. The people lost and claim was once called an airship.
Lady of the Wind and the King!
Ugh. The Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta! Imperials!
And instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy.
Look what we have here, boys.
Nothing. Okay.
An Imperial bearer. Good. I was getting bored. Boo.
What is that thing? If this means what I think it does, then Sid has to explain it to me. Who's that? Sicko, Torgal! Not this time. There, boy! Sick of Torgal. You know what to do,
Oh, nice. You got me there.
Get him, boy.
way, Sid.
Nice, got him. Easy. Dude, I'm too good. This game is pretty fucking easy, let's be honest here. I'm gonna take off the fucking... I gotta, like, take off those accessories or whatever. Take off the accessories, fucking... I don't know. I can't wear those accessories. They make it way too easy.
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
Clive!
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
So, Sidolphus.
Well, Gav says faithful scout who puts his legendary nose to work in tracking the movements of slavers, soldiers, and any other object of interest to the hideaway. The ever agreeable fellow, only too gladly delving behind enemy lines if he can get a good story or two out of it. Cool.
Remind me. Why was it that you betrayed your kingdom? I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Always something, isn't there?
And she's gone. Did she say where she was going?
No.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav. The man has a nose for these things. Trust me.
Sidolphus.
So, it wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. Oh, no offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Yeah, this is our home, innit? Don't mean we won't out when we can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
Oh, come hear the tale of Lord Dion the Bold, whose tamed worms 1,000 and slain the tenfold. 100 full legions the young dragoon led, and watched as 1,000,000 foes turned tail and fled. His lance levels mountains, it slanders the deep. The skies over storm breaks for
Listen, Clive.
and should the
Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
his name will live on.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me. And I did nothing. But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch. And bring peace to my brother's soul.
Fire aspect of the icon that first emerged in the year of the realm 860 when Imperial forces attacked the Rosarian stronghold of the Phoenix Gate. Clad in infernal flame, the fiendish creature flung itself against the Phoenix, propelling the icon with strength and a ferocity never seen before or since. Mysterious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, immediately before the appearance of a second icon on fire, the very icon that slew the heir to the Decal throne. Clive believed this man to be the dominant who murdered his brother.
After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
I don't like those mouth sounds, man. They really go hard on that, don't they? What the hell's their problem? They don't need to do that.
His radiance would have us believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. While Bahamut may lead 100 full legions, could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze? Tell me something. Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift. Perhaps you're distracted.
A restraining device for bears and dominance. It uses precisely arranged and activated shards of crystals to disrupt the flow of ether through their flesh, thus preventing them from priming or casting magics. So valuable are the materials from which they are made, and so rare the skill required to craft them. There are only very few specimens in existence, and they are only employed when absolutely necessary. Yeah, that makes sense. An Imperial stronghold located among the southern fringes of Sambric territory, far from the capital of Oriflamme. It occupies a key strategic position in addition to the crystal belts, and it is suitably formidably fortified. As a result, within its walls there are living quarters, a church, a jail, and sufficient storehouses to see the occupants through a lengthy siege.
My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Lord Margrace, don't!
I'll give you a moment to consider your options. Do be gentle with them.
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
Norvund.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be traveling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the Dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men. Come on, Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way.
Suppose I'd better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
I won't. All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
Alrighty then. The dead of night. After a slew of lengthy cutscenes,
Now that's settled. There's someone
I think it's time we pet our doggo.
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kid.
And I say, we call it for tonight.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, awesome. If you didn't, that's fine. Yeah. See you guys all next week there. Monday to Friday. 2-hour-long videos, hopefully every day. We will see what happens. So yeah, see you Monday. Bye-bye until then.